Gentlemen, welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I got 10 fragrances that I picked up from Ross. I'm gonna give you some information about them, let you know if they're worth picking up, let you know what I think about them so that you can make the best decision possible with your hard-earned money. We're gonna get us started today with Coach Platinum. Now, I was a big fan of the original Coach for Men, so I decided to give Coach Platinum a try. Saw some people talking about it online, and what you gotta know about this one is that it has vanilla in there. It's got a nice zingy, I think it's a pineapple note that's in the opening. That does fade away pretty fast, but you also get black pepper with this one. So some people say that they pick up similarities to Sauvage with this, and I can see where they're coming from as far as the black pepper. It does substitute that ambroxan that you find in Sauvage with a more citrus-based layer. So it's like Sauvage without the ambroxan with more citrus, but retaining that black pepper. The pineapple fades away after the opening, after the first about 10 minutes, and then you're left with some modern woods and the vanilla becomes really prominent. So if you guys aren't a big fan of vanilla fragrances, I personally am not, like Leighton or Nishane Ani, those I tend to stay away from, but this one I can get away with. I would recommend that you use this in the nighttime more than the daytime. In the daytime, it can be a little bit too sweet. Overall, I think it's great. I enjoy this, and for me it's kind of difficult to enjoy a vanilla fragrance because that's not a note that I really like, but in this one I do like it. I wore it at night the other night and it was working much better than during the daytime, and I found myself really enjoying it and enjoying the sillage that it created. So if you like vanilla, if you like black pepper, this is going to be a good one to go for. It doesn't smell exactly like Sauvage like people on Fragrance are saying, but it does have that similarity with the black pepper in there. Worth picking up. I think it's pretty good for the price, and I would give this one a 7 out of 10. So as far as my rating system goes, a 1 is like the worst smelling thing, like a guy working out the gym who just stinks and you're gonna upchuck because of the way it smells so bad. Okay, so that's like a 1. And then a 10 would be like YSL Eau de Parfum or Le Male Parfum or Acqua di Gio Profondo. If you know some of those fragrances, those are all 10s for me. So just to kind of give you an idea of what a 1 is and what a 10 is. Let's keep it going with the next one. This is going to be Banana Republic Slate Arctic. And I've talked about this one in a couple of my other videos already. And you might be wondering, why are you talking about this one so much? Well, I really want to hype this one up because I feel like this one doesn't get enough love. It is a newer release, and there is something special about this, guys. This has the it factor. I bought this for under $25, and this is easily a $60 to $80 smelling fragrance. It has the sweetness of Invictus, except less bubblegummy and more lavender forward. I think this is better than Invictus. I'd personally rather wear this. Every time I'm wearing this, I'm just in love with it. Solid performer. It lasts about 8 hours. Great projection on it. Excellent bang for your buck. The quality on it is amazing for what you're paying. I'm so thoroughly impressed with this, guys. I think this one could become a hype beast potentially if enough people get their nose on it. There is just something incredible and special about this one. For you guys out there with a big collection and you're looking for something to add that's not going to break the bank, or even if you're a newer collector and you want something that's going to be sweet and work well in the club or work well in the nighttime situation, definitely check this one out. It's worth picking up. It's got a really nice lavender note, so make sure that you like lavender. But I love lavender, and this one is great performance, just really great fragrance. I give that one a 9 out of 10. I should tell you how much I like it. Okay, we have one more Banana Republic, and this one's gonna be Grassland. So as far as fresh fragrances go, this one does bring something unique. It's got a minty sort of feel, and it's got a grassy note, as you might imagine from the name, but it's not grassy in an unpleasant way. It comes across very appealing. Let me give it a smell so I can remind myself. Yeah, the minty freshness is there, and that lasts throughout. This one doesn't change too much from the beginning to the mid to the dry down, but it's really appealing throughout. I've given this a couple wears already, so I've been able to test it out, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this one is pretty versatile. You could use it in any season. You can use it at the office, at the gym, at school. I don't see many people getting offended by this one. It's got a sort of minty aftershave type of a smell. If you're looking to add fresh fragrances and not break the bank, I think this one's worth picking up. It does bring something unique, and it's pretty appealing. I'll give this one I'll give it an 8. I think it deserves an 8 because what you're getting for what you're paying, and the quality and the performance and the projection and just the overall product that they're offering here, I would give it an 8 out of 10. So Banana Republic has really been doing well with me personally here lately. All right, let's keep it going. I'm a big fan of Montblanc, so this next one's gonna be Montblanc Presents. I'd like to own all the Montblancs at one point if possible, just because Montblanc is one of those brands that got me started on my fragrance journey. So it's a brand that I'm always gonna have a soft spot in my heart for. This one smells more soapy and spicy, so it's a more soapy, spicy fragrance. It is fresh with the cinnamon spice. So cinnamon is gonna be a really prominent note that comes across in this one. This one probably is not gonna blow your mind, especially if you've smelled a lot of different stuff, but at the same time, it is unique. So it's not gonna smell like everything else, but it's also not gonna be like a game changer. It's just a solid release, and it brings a little bit more of a spicier nuance than some of their other fragrances. So if you're looking for something that has a soapy mixed with a cinnamon spice, this could be a good one. This one is gonna be very versatile, mass appealing. I wish the performance was a little bit better on it, but as far as a clean, fresh fragrance with a spicy touch, I'm not complaining. It's okay. The rating on this one, I would give this one a 7.5 because I do like it, but it's not blowing my mind, but I would be happy to wear it pretty much any time. So that's gonna be Montblanc Presents. I think that's worth checking out if you like cinnamon. Let's keep it going with Eternity for Men. This is gonna be Eternity Air. Eternity Air. This one, what can I say about this one? So this one has a seaweed note in there, and that's gonna turn some people off. Personally, I like the way that this one smells, but this one is a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit more divisive. Not everyone's gonna like that seaweed note. This is an ozonic fragrance. It's got some flowery accords going on in it, and it has that seaweed note, which it's like seaweed if seaweed could be made in the most appealing way, right? Because when you think seaweed, that may not sound very appealing to you, but if you're a little bit more of a seasoned collector and you like fresh fragrances and you want something a little bit more unique, I think this is pretty unique. I don't have any other fragrances that smell like this one. And if you're a fan of the Eternity line, personally, I'm not a big fan of Eternity Aqua. I prefer the original one way more than Eternity Aqua. Something about it just rubs me the wrong way, but Eternity Air is quite good, and it's pretty unique. And I need to give it some more wears, but from the wears that I have worn, it's been doing pretty well for me. I think it's, you know, it's not mind-blowing. It's not something that you need to go rush out and get, but if you are into aquatics, ozonic type fragrances, this could be one maybe worth adding to your collection. I'd give it a 7.5 as well. Also in that same range. So Eternity Air, pretty solid, but not mind-blowing. Next one, guys, is gonna be Hollister Free Wave. So this one is pretty affordable, and just, as you can see, I put a big dent into it. And when I bought this one, I had in mind, like, I'm just gonna go crazy with the trigger because it was cheap, and yeah, it's a Hollister fragrance, so I'm just gonna go ham on it and not feel bad. You get lemon, I believe, in the opening. Lemon, citrus, and this fragrance is good for a teenager, I think. I think if you're just starting out and you're trying to maybe get introduced to fragrances, or you have a younger son or daughter, this is gonna lean more masculine, but if they're just trying to get into this hobby or just trying to get exposed to them, this is a good starting point. It doesn't last that long, unfortunately. It's just kind of there and then it's gone. But it is really refreshing. It's very appealing. It's mass appealing. It's pretty well done for what it is. If you're a teenager, this one might be worth checking out. I wouldn't recommend this to maybe more seasoned people in the fragrance game. This might come off as a little bit redundant to you or boring. But if you're 15, 16, you know, and you're just getting into this game and you want something that is going to be a good blind buy as a starting point, you could check this one out. It does have a pretty strong lemon in the beginning, so if lemon is something that really turns you off, you might not want to go for this one. But, you know, it's okay. It's not blowing my mind, but it's not bad. I do like the way it smells, so I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's not bad, but it's not anything. It's not crazy. You don't have to go run out and get it, and it's not changing the game in any way. It's more of a beginner type fragrance. Let's keep it going now. We have one that's going to be in a little bit different scent profile. This is going to be Burberry London. This is my favorite from the Burberry line. This one is more of a warm, spicy type of a fragrance. There is a port wine note in there that comes across really elegantly, really pleasantly. This one is a big compliment magnet. Ladies love this one. This one's great to wear on a night out or on a date. The performance could be better on it, but it's not bad. It's not as bad as some of the other stuff that I have. I would say it's average. This reminds me of the holidays, and I know a lot of other people say that, but when you smell this, you know, it smells like Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever holiday that you celebrate near the end of the year when it's snowing and, you know, you're buying people gifts. This brings that out in a big way because of that holiday vibe that it gives off. Yeah, fresh, spicy, so really appealing stuff. This one I would recommend you pick up if you see out there. I think it's worth it. I got this one as a gift for a friend of mine who doesn't really wear that many fragrances, and they really liked it, so it is gonna work for people who have a bit more of a newer nose to fragrances that are maybe not smelled as much. It's pretty mass appealing. Really well done, really well done. I'm not always so big into spicy fragrances, but this is one that I can definitely get behind. Burberry London, guys, check it out. I think it's worth your money. Woodsy, spicy, with a little bit of wine in there. Elegant, just really beautiful. I give that one an 8.5. 8.5. If the performance was a little better, I think I would give it a 9, but 8.5, it's really good. Okay, we just have a couple left. This one is going to be Hilton For Men. This one is a fresh, aquatic, cucumber type fragrance. And don't let this bottle fool you. Don't let this cheap cap fool you. This is an amazing fragrance. If you take this fragrance and you put it into a Dior bottle and you charge 3 times as much, I think people would still buy it because the quality way exceeds the price that you pay for it. I think this is my favorite fragrance as far as these ultra cheap ones go. I like this way more than something like a Perialis 360 Red. 360 Red to me just comes off, it just smells cheap. And this one does not smell cheap. There was probably a time when this one was going for $60 or plus because that is the quality range that it smells like. Very unique, big compliment getter, sweet and aquatic and refreshing, very versatile, good in a lot of different situations. I think this one's gonna be like a lady compliment magnet. I could really see the ladies just loving this one. Check this one out, guys. I think this one is worth picking up. For how affordable it is and what it's offering, I'm gonna give it an 8, a solid 8. The atomizer sucks, unfortunately. Like, the atomizer is my least favorite thing about it. It's very cheap. The bottle cap and everything is very cheap, but the fragrance, the most important part, it's amazing. Very refreshing. A little bit florally now that I've sprayed it. I get some florals in there mixed with aquatic and cucumber. So that's the best way I can describe it. I think it's worth picking up though. That's Hilton For Men. 2 more, guys. All right, we're gonna throw it back a little bit. I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, but this is gonna be Versace Blue Jeans. All right, this is not gonna be for everyone, guys. If you don't like the 80s style fragrance, the older style of men's fragrance, this is gonna turn you off. If you may be just getting into the hobby and you haven't smelled stuff from eras gone by, you might be repulsed by this. This one's gonna be a little bit more divisive, but at the same time, there's gonna be a group of people that really like this because it's very abrasive, it's very in your face, it's got amazing performance, it's freaking beast mode. It's got carnation similar to the Dreamer, and the performance is amazing on this. What else can I say about this one? Yeah, this one I personally like because I like fragrances that are a little bit more aggressive in your face, like Individual, or I can't think of another one off the top of my head, but you know, sharp smelling fragrances. Way I could describe this one is like vinegar with florals and some masculine woods. So yeah, it's divisive, guys. I wouldn't say that this is super safe for everybody to wear, but if performance is something that really matters to you over scent profile and projection, this is a bomb. This is a really, really good performing fragrance. A little bit more old school, so maybe if you're 30s and above, this would work better for you. If you're a teenager, I wouldn't recommend this, and I wouldn't recommend going crazy on the sprays if you're going to be in an office or a school type setting. You could really turn some people the wrong way with this one. So just be warned, that one's a beast. Last one on the list, guys, is going to be CK1 Shock. This is beautiful stuff. This smells like an expensive lotion with tobacco, and it's a great entry level into tobacco fragrances, into that oriental style of fragrance. If you don't have anything in that realm, in that spicier, kind of darker realm, this is going to be a good entry point. It is mass appealing, it is versatile. I think you could wear this in any season. Maybe wouldn't wear it on the hottest of summer days, but I think you could still even pull it off then. This is a great buy and buy gift if you're looking to give somebody a gift and you're not really sure what to get, and you want to make sure that you get something that's going to be kind of classy enough to where it can be bought for an older gentleman, or you know, something that can be also used on a younger gentleman. It's very versatile, and it's one of the darker fragrances, the spicier, woodier fragrances that has that mass versatility. Definitely worth checking out. This one was a love at first sniff. Some fragrances, you smell them and the first time they just blow your mind. This one was that for me. It is a bit of an older release. It's an oldie, but you know, it's a goodie. Definitely worth checking out. I give this one an 8, and I don't think I gave the Blue Jeans a rating. I give the Blue Jeans, I give it a 7.5. So yeah, of this list, my favorite of the whole list would have to be Burberry London, the new Slate Arctic, and then, so I would go, whoops, drop the cap, whatever. Burberry London first place, Slate Arctic second place, and either Platinum or Grassland for third place. Let's go with Grassland so that we have a nice arrangement of different kind of fragrance DNA. So fresh, sweet, woody, and spicy. So these are gonna be the top 3 of this 10 that I reviewed. All right, guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000. That's gonna be our goal. We're gonna try to get to 1,000 and get this fraternity going, so we need members. So I appreciate you spending some time with me today. Hope this was helpful. Let me know if you need any more information about any of these. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon.